You're listening to Australia's national youth radio station, Triple J. For more info, go to triplej.net.au.
Hello.
Hang on, keep talking.
Mental. I had a couple of cheeky dogs licking at my spatula.
You see what I'm talking about?
Hang on a second.
Very careful what you say now.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis.
We'd be in trouble.
Would we?
This takes the cake.
I want you to look at my bum. I mean, you know what we could do? What are you doing?
It wasn't that bad.
I've digressed with silly. What else is
She
there?
could turn you over.
That's what you think.
Brace yourself, it's Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis on Triple J.
Indeed, it is Terri Psiakis with you, joined in the studio by international man of comedy, Ross Noble.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Yeah, I thought you were playing that song. The do 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 do.
Oh,
were we
what-
going to play that?
You mean this?
There you go. See, I've missed that.
Just like putting on comfy slippers, isn't
Exactly. What a magnificent professional start to a show that was. I was just sat there. I was expecting that to come in. I thought, I'll hear that, and then bang, we're on the air. And I was just there, and you went, "Hello, we're on."
it? Were you expecting
We're on now.
professionalism?
Yeah, I
Were you
know.
not here for any of last year?
No, that's true. Yeah, I completely forgot.
What have you been up to?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, as you know, I've just arrived back in the country.
Yes.
I've been here hours, quite frankly. So I've been in America. I've been sort of I sort of came through America on my way here.
Yeah.
So I'm still a little bit jet lagged, to be honest. So I'm in that sort of kind of woozy, you know.
How do you cope? What's the best? Is there a cure for jet lag? do you
Yeah,
think?
I find the best way is to broadcast to a nation. That really is, you know.
It helps you get through the rough
Yeah,
spots.
I find it quite problematic going to a country where I've never been before and they've never heard of me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Venezuela, for example, they don't take too kindly to you turning up and kicking down the door of a local radio station and saying, "I need to broadcast to the nation in order to enjoy my holiday."
Yeah.
And I've started many a student uprising in my time purely through my need to broadcast.
Has it been because you've been taking the midget singing music wherever you go, and people perhaps don't respond to that as well in other countries as they do here?
That's true. I've been all year campaigning to get that music play. You know, in the riot when they've got the big, you know, the water cannons and the sort of go back inside your homes. I think that would be great if just that was played. People are just smashing up cities. You know, there's big, you know, rebels are trying to bring down governments.
See, that's weird because I hear that music. I think if I was in a public place and I heard that, I would think there was an ice cream van somewhere in the vicinity.
That's true, but that's what riot is. You see your rioter, he's smashing up a shop, he's doing a bit of looting. Who doesn't like a bit of ice cream?
Yeah.
You know, like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You know, you can be doing your funnest activity ever. And then somebody goes, "Fancy a bit of an ice cream?" Oh, yeah. Would that be nice?
Well,
In fact, speaking of ice cream, while I was in America, I had the biggest ice cream of my life. The chocolate toy chest. A giant chest of chocolate filled with ice cream. You know, when you can just feel your
God.
heart just
Yeah.
going, "Oh, I've got to get out
can't
now.
cope,
That's
yeah.
just all wrong." You know. But,
was it worth it? Did you get all the way through it?
I did, actually, but I gave some of it to a child.
Just flicked it, or let them take it off the spoon?
Yeah, get that in there. It was the top of the top of the chocolate thing. It was a small child. Look at it, because I did that thing. It was in a toy shop, and this child was sat there with just like a small dessert, and I ordered the biggest dessert, and it arrived like that. And part of me was going, "Oh, I'm going to enjoy this," but most of me was going, "I'm going to enjoy eating this in front of a child who hasn't got one." I felt like turning around to the child and just go, "I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to go over there and buy loads of toys with my money."
Do you get the treasure chest? Is it like a big container, and so you eat the ice cream, and then you've got a treasure chest, or is it one of those treasure chests made of waffle cone or something?
No, the whole chest was made of chocolate. And then ice cream placed into the...
Bring that on.
Yeah. And then other little chocolate toys around the outside.
Yeah.
And then a bit of...
So it's all you can eat it all,
Pretty
basically,
much,
the whole thing. Chocolate
this is great,
spoon.
isn't it? We started off, we were supposed to... Look, it started already. Look at that. We were going to come on air and we were going to say, "Welcome to the show. This is the show. This is happening." And, we're like 2 minutes in, and I'm bragging about the fact that that I like to tease children with my ice cream intake.
And that's not an euphemism. We might play a track and correct ourselves.
Oh, you've just made it wrong. Pure professionalism. That's all that's happening in here.
It's been a while.
It's you know what, I wish that I just wish you could see what was happening in the studio now. It's a little bit like, you know, inside those volcanoes where the hollowed out volcano where Scaramanga and the like live.
I visit regularly.
This sort of bat cave style. This is like it's like Silicon Valley in here. I've never seen such. It's magnificent. We're like kids who have broken into some sort of radio station
again.
Again, yeah. Just we've got text. We can receive text messaging.
We can,
but you don't know how to put it up on the screen. I'm not knocking you.
There's just
please don't get me wrong.
Well, this is the thing. You see, there's a certain amount of expectation. I think that is going to be happening over the next 2 weeks, 12 till 3 on a Monday to Friday. I would like to rise to the challenge. The fact that you've been able to text Triple J on 19757 555 for a long time has nothing to do with the fact that I've not bothered to learn how to figure that out for myself.
And we've got a producer this year.
Yes, the wonderful Amy.
She's
Amy Blackmer.
Yeah, who's doing a
punching
sort
the
of
air through the glass.
Yeah, like a sort of victorious... That's brilliant. You say that's effort.
We've got all this stuff.
It's all happening.
And we haven't quite figured out what we're going to do with it.
Exactly. You know, and it would be great if we could get the text messages and have them relayed into the studio. But we still do have the big window with confused-looking workmen. Because they always have work this time of year, because obviously most people are still away.
Yes.
They just... the whole place is being rebuilt. And
from scratch.
Yeah, exactly. This morning, there was nothing here.
No.
This was all fields. The
South Bank studios of the ABC in Melbourne were deserted until we arrived, and we just knocked up a little bit of a studio.
So high-tech is this. The fact we can't get the text messages through and the equipment isn't fully within our grasp.
We'll figure it out within the hour,
But we do have a full multimedia. We have the television on ABC, and there seems to be some sort of vicar. I don't know what it's about. Flower arranging. Something religious is happening on there.
If you wonder where your 8 cents a day is going, towards that.
Oh, look, that's
well worth it. Well worth it. But we do have our website.
Snow toll? What's going on there?
No idea.
Snow toll?
It's snowing
This is
somewhere.
Australia. There can't be. Surely not.
I don't know.
What news is this?
You're making people switch over onto the telly.
But no, you see, if you're listening and you've got a telly, right, this is the great thing about this
Watch
show.
it with the sound down.
Exactly. Turn the sound, like ABC, stick it on. There's an old man shoveling. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I can't. Oh, my back. I've been shoveling shell for 50 years. See, if you're watching that... That's a full-on multimedia.
It makes sense. If you're in a car driving, you've got no idea what's going on.
But if you're in a car driving and you're at traffic lights, turn the radio up, and it works just as well, right? If you're in a car, seriously, just wind the window down, right?
Yeah.
Turn your radio up now. Oh, bloody hell, I've been shoveling snow for 30 years. Brilliant. See?
Works like clockwork.
Exactly. All over Australia now, people in cars who aren't listening to this station. It sounds like there's fun happening.
Confused.
It sounds like somebody in the car has taken an old man hostage and he's entrapped in the boot.
Make some thumping noises so it sounds like he's trying to get out.
Let me out, come on. I've been shoveling snow for 30 years. This isn't how I should be treated. And there's Prince Harry there doing a bit of a sort of a look to the...
This is on the telly, people.
He's marching and he's doing that, and they make them do the sort of eyes, right? But I always think when they do that and they march, and it looks like they've all got...
A crick neck.
Yeah, like neck problems, like the Queen's old spine problematicas. That's the name of the thing. Anyway,
We've got up to a roaring start.
So just so you know, we have got full multimedia. We have television there.
We have an interactive website.
True. 2 websites this year, don't we?
Well, we have, if you head to triplej.net.au, the official Triple J website, there is a Ross and Terri page available for your perusal. You can get, or if you missed stuff last year, or you're just thinking, who the hell are these people? I need some background information.
Please help me. Please help me.
There
There's
are
a full pain in my temple.
Podcasts of last year's program. MP3. Listen to me. I sound like my nan.
It's the eye, but you don't do the podcasting. Do you do it?
No, I can't figure that stuff out. Look, I'm not embarrassed to tell you. I know which buttons do what on this panel. I know how to turn the TV on and off, and that's about as far as my technological knowledge goes.
I'm not just saying this because...
I feel embarrassed.
Don't feel embarrassed.
I don't know. I look through you get the catalogue from, all the...
No, there's no catalogue for podcasting.
No, well, you get the catalogue that from, I don't know, Dick Smith or wherever that has all the equipment, and I'm looking through and what's What's a data stick? What are these things?
You see,
I feel like
I
I've
love
been
all that.
abducted by aliens and returned, and I've missed all this stuff.
Are you just trying to come up with an excuse for why you didn't report the anal probe you received?
Embarrassed.
I don't understand. I don't understand technology. You go, was that an alien? No.
But you can get all the MP3s from last year's show.
Year. Like, I'm mad
Yes.
into it. I love the podcasting. What you can do, right, and this is just without, you go on the old tune thing.
Yeah, iTunes.
That's the old tune
Listen
thing.
to us. We don't know what we're talking about,
No,
do
you
we?
do. I'm into it. You get it, and you download stuff. But obviously, ours, highly professional, right? Some of them are just ones people have made in their house, you know? and the best one is... Some churches now,
Yeah.
the vicars and that have the vicars and that, just all vicars and that, you know, and they'll record themselves doing the old speech and stuff. And for people who are maybe housebound and
Doing the sermon.
you can click on and have a bit of a listen. And I tell you, there's nothing that'll freak your mates out more, right? Get your podcast, right? Download a vicar doing a bit of a sermon,
Yeah.
right? Get in the car, give them a lift. Oh, you got to hear this. Just put it on, you know. And the Lord said, in many ways, we are all his children, you know. They just, unless, of course, you know, all your mates are priests, and they'll go, that's a good one. I'm having that. They pull out little books and start nicking bits. That's quite a good one. Anyway, so we have a podcast.
We do. Yes.
And what else is happening?
And for anything that you may have missed last year, there's a lovely little website called rossandterri.com, which has all photos and things from last year. If you feel like you need a bit of background information, it's all there for you.
Also, I'm just trying to think. Look at me pretending like there's been some sort of plan. Look at that's
There's no plan.
That's the extension. Look at that lovely book that I've got.
You
there.
do. You have a lovely suede-bound journal that is all got just blank pages, just pregnant with possibility for what we could possibly, plan for the next 2 weeks.
Some people, they would have done a bit of, planning for a show like this. Me, I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll get a lovely suede book. Because even if you're not, you don't know where something's going, you can just, you can rub that.
Rub the suede.
That's just nice. In fact, I wish this not only had a visual element, but also had some sort of tactile. That's where it's going in the future.
Scratch and sniff.
Yeah, that's what computers, you can get your podcasts and stuff, but wouldn't that be lovely if you had a little device and you could I could talk about suede.
Yeah.
There'd be a whole... you mark my words, right? In the future, there'll be a whole suede channel. And it'll just be people talking about, like, velvets and suede.
Yeah, but it's going to be frequented by people eating lollipops in nightclubs at 3 o'clock in the morning who just want to touch stuff.
Oh,
They just want to touch stuff that's soft. That's who's going to log on to that website.
Well, that's, I'm going to write that down. Write that down. So we've got that. We've got we got the quiz. The quiz is back.
The quiz is back. The band quiz.
Band not. We might mix it up a bit this year.
Yeah.
Rather than just guessing whether it's a band, not a band, we might sort of
elaborate.
Sort of go off from there.
Right.
Taking on that next step, and proper prizes as well.
Proper prizes.
Excellent prizes.
It's very exciting. Last year we were giving away electrified tape.
Yeah, it was...
Just because that's slightly dangerous.
Yeah. And I happen to have some lying around in the house.
I would be interested to find out, actually, if that got through Australia Post, because I dutifully, packaged up all the envelopes and put the electrified tape, just with all the, justified paranoia about sending things that are dodgy in the mail. I wonder if they actually got through to people.
Yeah. I mean, it did look in the Triple J office a little bit like an Al-Qaeda training camp, to be fair. I mean, it did just look a little bit wrong. Yeah, if you did receive your electrical tape from
Tell us what you've done with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know, what do you do with electrified tape?
I probably wouldn't bother texting in,
Nah, don't text. Give us a call, 1300 0555 36.
And we'll tell you about the prizes after this. We should have a bit more music, really.
Indeed. Ross and Terri with you on Triple J. It is just after 12:30, and we were talking about the electrified tape.
Which was our slightly shoddy prize last year. If you won our quiz, the is it a band or not a band quiz,
yeah.
then, which if you don't know about, go to the podcast
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
triplej.net.au. We were asking winners of... Well, first speculating, did it get through Australia Post? It's electrified tape.
I think winners is a fairly loose description of the people that receive...
Acquirers.
Yes, exactly.
Acquirers of electrified tape. Did it get through the mail? And what have you done with it?
We should just explain what this is. Like, because people probably think electrified tape.
Yeah.
Electric fences, your traditional electric fence would have a sort of just a wire, just a simple wire with some sort of insulation that runs through, horse steps against it, or any livestock. You're back.
Wrong answer.
Probably doesn't, the horse. In the 1940s, which landmass would it's horse general knowledge. Horses would be good at general because they'd be able to press the button, like the buzzer.
Yeah.
The hoof would bang.
It'd be a very emphatic answering of the question.
Exactly. That's why if you put like a horse up against a duck, like a duck wouldn't have the weight, on its little flapper things.
What about the beak? There'd be a fair bit of...
It'd be more of a peck, though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Give us a ring if you are a farmer or a veterinarian or just an animal expert. At what force would a duck peck at? You know how on nature documentaries you always go, and the alligator's jaws is 500 pounds of pressure.
Yeah.
How much of a
how hard can a duck press?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to... that's what I'm trying to get to. So it's the sort of... But you can get tape, which has got kind of like little wire sort of threaded through, like woven almost, through the tape. And then that, it's sort of...
Yeah, you hook it up and you electrify it.
And off you go.
And it's extremely dangerous. And we sent it out to random people around the country. We had no idea about their criminal backgrounds. We had no idea what they intended to do with the electrified tape.
We have no way of running checks. Wouldn't that be good if we had the facility to run checks on people?
It'd be a worry. Phoebe from Toongabbie in New South Wales was a winner or an acquirer of the electrified tape last year. Now, did it get to you, Phoebe?
It did. It took quite a while, though.
Yeah, that was my fault. And what are you doing with it?
Well, it was on my pin board for a while, but I took it down and put it in the cupboard safely.
So all that build-up about what you could possibly do with this tape.
Yeah.
Sitting in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And was there a moment when you looked at the actual the tape there and you went, I've had my fun with that. It's time to put that away.
Yeah, exactly. I got it curled, I curled it nicely. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice decoration in the room.
I sort of like to think that you've put it away for future generations.
Exactly. Well, I'm thinking of getting it out again in celebration of your return, so...
Oh, wow.
That's
special. Flight from the antenna of the car.
Yeah, I should,
See what that does to you. You know how every now and then you get an electric shock when you get out of the car? What would happen if you had electrified tape coming off it?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
I'm
not suggesting you do that for a moment, Phoebe, and I take no responsibility for what happens if you do.
The words coming out of Terry's mouth aren't necessarily those of Triple J or her head. Or stick it out of the... You know those things in the 1980s? Do you remember
the little
those
rubber
things?
thing on the back of the car that was supposed to be something...
hang it from the... Hang it to the ground.
Was that for travel sickness?
Oh.
Was that what that was
I
for?
think it was. It was supposed to cut down on the static, and that's nonsense.
But see, I don't understand the idea of having something rubber that's providing a point of contact between the car and the road. Wouldn't that be the tyres? I don't understand why you need an extra bit of rubber.
That's a very good point.
To stop you getting... stop you getting electric shocks and travel sickness or something?
I think it was a travel sickness thing, but wasn't it sort of like towards the end of the 80s that people went, hang on a second, this is nonsense. Having a bit of... But if you had a little bit of that electrical tape out of your car there...
Oh, sparks.
Maybe it's even directly wired to your shoes.
Do you drive, Phoebe?
Oh, well, I'm learning, so...
You're learning. See, this could be an incredibly good way for you to learn what not to do when driving a vehicle.
Can I ask you, Phoebe, are you being taught by your parents, or have you got proper lessons?
No, I haven't had any proper lessons yet. It's just my dad.
And how do you find the dynamic with your dad in the car? Is it one of those things where he's just like... Blah, blah, blah?
No, he's great. He just stays quiet and I was driving the other day with my brothers in the car as well, and he fell asleep. So it was just me driving.
Asleep? That's great.
I'm sure I shouldn't be saying this.
No, that's quite all right.
That's all right.
You know what it's like. You've had a few drinks, you know.
Stuff comes out.
You're a bit drunk. You think, I'll take my daughter out for a bit of a drive, you know.
Yeah.
That's because I was in front of behind a learner yesterday, weaving all over the road, slamming on the brakes and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And I know you're supposed to be nice to the learners, but by the time
Not when they start swiping your car.
it's just not right, you know. But, I mean, I presume it was a learner. It might have been another drunk dad who just gone, I'll have a go. I'll show you.
The plates on.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your call, Phoebe. You
No,
look
thank
after
you.
that electrified tape.
I will.
And good luck with the driving.
Thank you.
Alrighty. We've also got Andy from Melbourne. I believe you got your hands on some electrified tape.
I did, and I went to an orphan's Christmas because no family in Melbourne.
Right.
And wrapped one present up in it and put a capacitor on it so that it gives a nice little discharge when you touch it. And another present I wrapped in steel and welded it closed so you could see the presents, but you couldn't actually get to them without...
Oh, brilliant.
Nice.
And I've never met these people before in my life.
What do you think they thought of you after being presented with gifts wrapped like that?
A little odd, but that's okay because I am odd.
Are you MacGyver?
I have often been called MacGyver, yes.
So what was the present that you welded in steel? What was that?
One of those head torches, you know, the ones you sit on your head and so you don't have to hold it with a hand.
All right.
Was there desperation to open that present?
There was much looking at it and how the hell are we going to get into it?
Yeah.
And then the angle grinder came out and, yeah.
Was it your angle grinder, or was it the person that you gave it to just went, you think you're smart welding? I've got an angle grinder.
Pretty much the second one there.
Was it an orphan's Christmas or was it a handyman's Christmas? Be honest.
Oh, it was an orphan's Christmas, but there happened to be 3 electricians there, so, yeah, it was, everybody had the tools anyway.
Yeah, there's no off switch with you guys. It's just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, power tools a go-go.
That rubber strap on the back of your car actually does have a piece of wire in it, so it doesn't discharge. The rubber's just there to keep it on the road.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go. Information from Andy from Melbourne.
That's brilliant.
Thanks for your call, mate.
No worries.
I'm going to fade him down.
Fade him down.
Fade him
That's,
down.
you see, look at that information. We didn't even have to throw that open.
No.
To find out whether that was about.
But on that, and this is one of the things that I loved about last year, you throw out a question, a random question, it's amusing, it's what do you reckon? Do you know about this? What do you reckon about this? People answer. One of those people is George from Deniliquin. Are you there?
Yes.
Now, you know the force of a duck peck, is that right?
Yeah, I believe it's between 200 and 250 pounds per square inch of force.
And on what do you base that belief?
I've hit a few ducks while driving along, and I've seen a few ducks chase other animals, and it seems to be quite a large amount of force.
So hang on. When you say you've hit a few ducks, do you mean in your car?
Just slap
Oh,
them.
yeah, in various vehicles, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought I just had this idea of you
I've
just
gone toe-to-toe with a couple of ducks at a time as well.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
It'd be rude not to.
They're asking for it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And so you've been pecked and you've seen them peck other things. But
yeah, that's right. And I've also been trodden on by a horse, and even though horses, it weighs a lot more and probably has a lot more strength, its force is put over a larger area in terms of a hoof, whereas the beak is actually quite small.
I see what you mean. So because it's got the smaller surface area, it gives more of a eek in the...
That's right, yeah. And some mean ducks actually sharpen their beaks, and it's actually quite an aggressive peck, can hurt.
Did the horse tread on you because he thought he was participating in a quiz and you were the buzzer?
Look, I couldn't confirm or deny that, but it's quite possible that we were, that he was.
Are you quite a small, bald man who's been sunburned on the top of your head, so you resemble the buzzer on Temptation?
Yeah, I've actually had a lot of fake tan, so I'm more of an orange type than a red type, sort of more of an orange buzzer.
Nice. Do you ever have people attempt to peel your head?
Yeah, I've actually had a whole scalp at once in one layer of skin before.
Oh.
What?
What?
You're making that up, George, surely.
Yeah, you had us for a sec. But strangely, you do sound a little bit like Steve Irwin. I'm not saying that...
Well, I have been called Steve Irwin before.
What do you do for a living?
I work on a farm.
Oh, right, okay. And so what would be the, out of all of the animals then, would it, because I'm thinking the chicken, right? The chicken, that's got a, because the duck has got sort of a longer surface area to the end, because it's more of a bill than a beak, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm thinking like a nasty chicken.
Yeah.
In your experience, would that be the worst?
Nasty pecker.
A chicken, it's quite sharp, yeah. No, that's right. I mean, a swallow drop from a great height can also do a lot of damage, though.
That's true. That's true. But dropping and pecking are two different things. You know what we should do? We should get a chicken in here and get it to peck me.
Here we go, it's on.
That's right. I mean, and some chicken, if you get a cranky one, I mean, it's not that hard to get it to peck you.
Brilliant.
Okay. Especially if Steve Irwin's around poking it with a big stick.
And how do you, and in your professional opinion, what's the best way to crank up a chicken? No, it's a fair question.
Yeah, it's probably, I mean, it depends if anyone from the RSPCA...
No, this has to be...
It's got to be above board.
It's got to be above board. No. We can't, none of this, put it on a biscuit tin with a candle and make it dance business. None of that. Although, did you know, this is true, there was a chicken once who survived for 3 years without a head.
Without a head?
I'm not making this up. I know you probably... And ring in if anyone knows, or maybe Amy, our producer, could look this up on the internet.
Is this an urban myth?
No,
like,
this
survive without a head, sitting next to Jennifer Kite in the emergency room.
It was something like George, or I don't know, I might have made that up. But this chicken, right, its head was chopped off, and it was fed for 3... No, I swear to God, it was fed with a pipette. Down the thing.
Down its throat?
Yeah, down its throat, and it survived for 3 years, and it travelled around, and finally, the couple that had it got divorced, and it would cause major problems.
Custody battle.
Over the headless chicken. I know you're looking at me, and I know you're an animal man, you probably think, that's a lie, but I'm going to get proof of this.
Okay.
So somebody will be able to...
We'll track it down.
So whereabouts are you based?
Deniliquin.
Deniliquin.
That's New South Wales, isn't it?
New South Wales. That's
in
probably
the Riverina, yeah.
That's probably a bit far to bring us a chicken.
All right, look, I think we can work on it.
Mail one. If electrical tape gets through, I'll just mail one.
What? And have it welded inside a box as well?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
With Chummy there.
George from Deniliquin, you are a fountain of knowledge, and we appreciate your phone
and
call.
we've got your phone number. Have we got your phone number?
No.
We can get your phone number.
Get the phone number, because I think we might, on animal matters, I think do you mind if we call you?
Consultant.
No, sure, I'm open, I have a vast book of knowledge on animals.
Brilliant, because we're only on for 2 weeks, it's a limited season, but, we might give you a ring back over the course of 2 weeks and get important animal knowledge.
All right.
Very good.
Well, hang on the line, George. Amy will get your number, so is it all right if I pop you on hold?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I won't fade you down, because clearly you're going to be a regular guest on the show, and that's just rude.
See you, George.
See you later.
I can't believe that. I said, I think the chicken's name was George. And
we're
I thought, why have I got the name George in my head?
He would have thought you were taking the piss.
Wouldn't it be terrible if he went off and chopped his head off, thinking that he had the power to survive?
Well, I reckon, do you really want to be pecked by a chicken?
I'd love to be pecked by a chicken. Can we get a chicken in here?
If you are, and I'm going to regret this...
Don't regret it.
No, don't just rock up here with a chicken, right? If you are in Melbourne and you own a chicken... No, please don't.
Turn up.
You know how angry security got last year?
Turn up with a
We
chicken.
had people walking in with cardboard nanas and...
Turn up with a live
just
chicken.
don't. No, please don't.
Please do.
If you are in
Don't
Melbourne...
listen to us.
And you are in legal possession of a chicken.
Just nick a chicken. That'd be... What a magnificent feature that would be. You don't get that on many radio shows.
No, thank Christ.
Steal a chicken.
If you are in legal possession of a chicken...
We'd have loads of foxes turning up.
If you love your chicken and you like to look after your chicken and you're not going to mistreat your chicken in any way...
Maybe it's a chicken as a pet.
Yeah,
Do you see
pet
what
chook.
I mean?
People have chooks in the backyard, they have them as pets.
My mate Rob has a pet duck. He has a pet duck, and you can get these, they're called, what are they called? Egloos, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And they're a sort of a designer, fancy chicken... Can you look that up as well on the internet? Egloo.
Amy's head's just exploded, our producer.
They're sort of...
Swamped in the first hour.
He's got a duck, and he's a comedian. He travels around Britain
with his duck.
With his duck, yeah.
All right.
So if you've got a pet chicken and you think you might like to bring it in
to the South Bank studios in Melbourne, if you can bring it in sometime today at 1300 0555 36. Talk to Amy. We have spoken for about 15 minutes.
Okay,
I
know you want to play reggae, but I'm not trying to. I know we've got to play music and that, but I just...
We're going to get calls. I'm happy to chat, but we are going to get calls.
You said bring the chicken in sometime today. like before the end of the show.
Before 3,
because I've got a feeling that downstairs wouldn't be like if we're here.
Nah, Miff doesn't want it.
So,
after 3.
That'd be great.
Well, she might pat it.
Imagine Miff comes on air and just next thing you know, Miff, we don't know how to tell you this. There's 100 people with brandishing chickens.
Please do not bring it to the studio. Call first 1300 0555 36.
While we're on air, though. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a chicken by then. Oh, speaking... Sorry, I know. You're just giving that... Oh, here we go.
No, I didn't roll my eyes.
As I said, chicken... The eyes were snatched from... The chicken hotline... As I said, the words chicken hotline. You know the Nando's?
Yes, Nando's chicken.
The Portuguese thing.
Spicy
Portuguese.
Yep.
That's... imagine if it said that on a Lonely Hearts ad. Spicy Portuguese.
6.
Downbeat Mexican. Nothing worse than a downbeat Mexican, is there? They have, I don't know if they have it here, but in the UK, right? Because I'm a big fan of chicken, like eating and hopefully being pecked by.
Yes.
They've got a chicken hotline. They've got an actual, like on the, on the sort of like I like the chicken, right? So I was on tour. And I'm a bit like Elvis. I like to, that's what I like to eat. Yeah. And so I got my tour manager to ring up to find out if there was a Nando's in the town where we were playing, you see.
Yeah, you didn't even make the call yourself. You've changed.
Yeah.
You have changed.
But my tour manager wouldn't do it, so I did it myself. And you see, look at that. You walk straight into that one. Beautiful. Oh, nice.
Slap me in the face.
There you go. And so basically, right. You don't have to, if we've got 2 minutes, just say we've got 2 minutes.
This is me raising 2 fingers in a polite way saying we've got 2 minutes to play the track to the news. I don't know where this story's going, but talk about the chicken.
But there's a chicken hotline, right? Yeah. And you can ring up the chicken hotline to, I presume, in my case, I wanted to find out where the restaurant was. Hello there.
So it's not so you can talk to the chickens?
Well, I don't know what it's for.
The chickens on death row before they become Nando's dinner.
There's a chicken hotline, and you can just ring it up, and you can say, hey there, presumably just ask questions, like, how hot are the chickens when they're... But there's a chicken hotline.
Well, if someone is that in this country?
Well, that was in the UK, but somebody could ring up and let us know if there's a chicken hotline or just if there's any bizarre hotlines. I think that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
If there's any odd,
it's always on the back of a product, and it gives you the product information. For example, my shampoo has the information. Use this. Want to know more? Call blah blah blah. I think we should maybe ring one of those today.
Yeah, that'd be good if you just rang up and just went, "I'd like to know more."
Yeah.
And the person on the other end went,
we need a really obscure, like something.
What's the oddest hotline you've ever? But speaking,
and you need to have the number because otherwise we can't call it.
Exactly, that's true. Somebody has. In fact, a mate of mine used to do a thing where he would ring up 1 minute now.
Oh,
why do you put your hand?
Because I'm just letting you know.
Okay, sorry. I'm just saying, it's just one big, let's not have the pretense of the, in radio with
all bets are off. Okay, this is not professional.
I mean?
I'm not going to make any attempt. Okay. Let's just...
No, sorry, you're right. You're absolutely right. But the headless chicken, somebody has rung up and Amy has found this out and God bless it, it's the nerve centre. The chicken was called... Did you just make a gesture?
No, she just went, thanks.
Yeah. I thought she was just going, why am I doing this? Miracle Mike was his name, and he was a Wyandotte rooster. He lived for 18 months from the 10th of September. I presume this was when he died, or this is when he... 10th September 1945. His head was chopped off. Finally died when he choked on his own mucus.
What a way to go.
You see?
That's how Hendrix died, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Ross and Terri with you.
Isn't it model aircraft glue, matter fix?
Is it?
I think it is.
For when you're putting the thing together and it's a special type of glue?
Wellington bomber, that sort of thing.
Dunno.
Matter fix, they're out the UK, aren't they?
Yeah. There we go. There's a picture of them. Do they look like they would hold together balsa wood?
Give us a look. Let's have a look. Oh, they're mad for the balsa. Look at them. They're slaves to the Airfix. Airfix, that's the people that make the models, isn't it? Oh, that's a bit unprofessional,
isn't it? You're talking in a language that only nerds understand at this point. This
fella here on the cover, he's looking at the cameras. Hey there, got some tunes for you. What's this fella? What's he doing?
He's been distracted.
He's looking not even looking at the camera. He's got glasses on, he's got his head down. He can't have approved that shot, surely.
He stood in something when that shot was taken, just realised, and click, the shot's been taken. It's gone on the cover, mate.
Or he's weed. He's done some... No, he might have done like a bit of wee there, just, you know.
Cheeky wee.
And he's done a cheeky wee, and he's thought to himself, oh, I wonder if that's... Because he's wearing the denim. He's probably thought, oh, can anyone see that?
Yeah.
You know, like if it's just... Has it sort through... You just have a click. That's the... It's the album cover, lads. Oh, no.
And not only are they no doubt happy to be played on Triple J, but I'm pretty sure that they are happy to be ridiculed on Triple J as well.
I'm not ridiculing the man. I'm just saying that stress and continence.
You're just saying he may have soiled himself on the front of his album cover.
Well, you know, it's certainly all the evidence points towards it, you know. I mean,
he's looking at it. He shouldn't have drawn attention to it in the photo. He's looking down. He's making us look down, wondering what he's looking at.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we can't see what's going on below the knees there.
Thank God.
I mean, it says Big City Life is the name of the album. For all we know, he might be restraining a tramp, you know? It might...
Just keeping him down.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're under some sort of boardwalk situation there. This fella here, you know, the slightly better looking one by the...
Yeah,
you know,
guy on the left.
Yeah, he's. I'll have the photo taken, and the photographer's there going, there's tramps everywhere, what are we going to do? And this fella's
Step
going,
on him.
Don't even worry about it, right? I'll stand on the neck of a tramp now, right? That's cool, that's safe, there'll be no problems there. Next album cover... You do the tramp work, you know?
Yeah, they've worked it out.
So that's worth... I do like the fact that now, you know, quite a lot of people probably going to go to the record shop and say, have you got the Matterfix album?
Yeah, we want to have a look at the cover.
Yeah. Do you want to buy it? Nah,
have you got the album with the guy stepping on a tramp? What?
Yeah. Or people will listen to that song and go, oh, that's good, I think I'll get that. And they'll be going in going, have you got the Airfix Wellington Bomber Tramp Restrain album? Tramp Restrain album.
We do like confusing people at 1 on a Monday afternoon.
You can put that CD back in there.
We can.
Send that back to the biggest show.
We are
What are we doing?
For a chicken.
We're looking for a chicken.
Look, we're on air till 3 today, and preferably today we want it, don't we?
Spicy Portuguese 6 chicken.
We want a chicken. If we want to... Basically, I can't explain it all in 25 words or less, but Ross would like to be pecked by a chook.
To get the force of it.
Yes, to get the force of it. I'm not going to go into why. You join the dots yourself. If you're in Melbourne and you can bring your chicken to the South Bank studios of the ABC, 1300 0555 36, have a chat to our lovely producer, Amy, and we want your chook.
Yeah.
Basically. We don't want to, harm it. We just want it to peck Ross.
Exactly. If anything, it'll be me that's being harmed.
Correct.
You see? I wonder how the animal rights people would stand on that.
Pecking is a natural function of a chook. Like, they peck all the time. What's the difference if they're pecking grit or if they're pecking you right between the eyes? Like, what is the difference?
You're saying my face and grit are the same.
No, I'm just saying it's not...
Exactly.
we're not asking it to do anything that it wouldn't ordinarily.
It might get a taste for blood.
Evil chicken.
Imagine that. Comes in here, pecks me, kind of likes it. Next thing you know, it's out there.
Yeah, can't be trusted.
High on a cocktail of amphetamines and strawberries. Pecking its way through the city.
1300 0555 36. Bring us your chook if you're in Melbourne.
A miniature Godzilla. I nearly said a minister Godzilla there. How annoying would that be if you went to see a film and Godzilla was a minister? You're expecting him to destroy Tokyo and he comes out.
That would be an interesting... You were talking about downloadable, podcast sermons.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Homily for those at home. A Godzilla one.
Godzilla.
That would be good.
Godzilla talks about the Lord. In fact, I'm writing that down. I think that could be a feature. I might record that. I don't know if we've got facilities to record that, but
we can.
But Godzilla,
find them.
In fact, if you want to record it yourself and just send us it on the
website, triplej.net.au. Go to the Ross and Terri page. Feel free.
What did I say? It was Godzilla. What?
Godzilla minister.
Talks about God.
Yeah, Godzilla talks about...
I'll tell you what I'll
Lord.
write. Speaks of Jesus. I love the idea that somebody will find these notes at some point in the future and it'll just have all this... like in Seven when they've got the bloke with his,
the journals, the mad, crazy ramblings of a
Jesus.
Nutbag.
Speaks of Jesus, not doesn't speak to Jesus. Godzilla speaks to Jesus. There's one of the parables that got lost. And lo, Godzilla did speak to Jesus. He did walk through Nazareth. Jesus did come through on a bit of a donkey. And he'd go... And the donkey did have lasers. What shot at Godzilla? Yeah, on a bit of a donkey.
I'm exhausted.
I do apologise. I've had some of them strawberries and I'm a bit excited.
We are doing the right thing. We're trying to be healthy. We thought, second hour of the show, blood sugar levels get a bit low. Instead of going for the chocolate, let's eat fruit.
Because we did do chocolate last year in a big way, didn't we?
Yeah, and that really got head spins happening in ways that they probably shouldn't have. But we made a conscious decision not to wash the fruit.
Yeah.
And we're concerned that the pesticides used may have, affected us in some way.
Oh, imagine if the chicken were to peck that.
Oh,
the chicken would have pecked that. That's before you know where you are, Oh,
We've got a band quiz coming up this hour.
do.
Between now and 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
We are going to do the band quiz.
Proper prizes as well.
Yes.
I'll tell you about that in a bit. And also as well, shall we mention, it's quite important this, there's a chicken come to destroy the city. Sorry, no, I got overexcited again there. Just mention, if you're listening in Perth, right, because obviously time differences and all the rest of it, people in Perth are probably, when you're listening to this, because what time is it now? It's like just after 1, isn't it? Now in Perth, it's all out of whack. The whole country. Can we not give Howard a ring and just see if he could just
realign all the time zones?
All the time zones, just while
Farmers
we're on.
Farmers would crack it.
Yeah.
Farmers would crack it.
Get up a few hours earlier.
Yeah, right.
Get up a few hours earlier.
In the dark.
I'm very fond of the farming people. But look, we're offering farmers a chance to be on the radio. What other show offers a man with a chicken the chance to broadcast to a nation?
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen.
True.
So in many ways, we're up with the farmers. So us putting the time zone thing back.
So what would you have Perth listeners, Western Australian listeners do?
Well, I was just going to say, like tomorrow, because obviously now it's past, hasn't it? We're finished by the time you hear it.
This is a very almost philosophical conversation.
It's gone, yeah.
The now that you are experiencing is not the now of 5 minutes
right now.
Times now. This will be a different now.
Yeah.
This is take me back to first year
in
uni.
fact, right now, I'm sitting in a jacuzzi. Yeah, with all the members of Bardo. That's my
So
rock and
Perth
roll
listeners.
life. So Perth listeners, tomorrow, listen to the show on the net. You see? And then
listen in real time.
Yeah, and if you want to be part of the show, then obviously listen on the net, and then that way you won't
We just don't want to exclude people who might like to ring up and contribute.
There's a whole section of that,
MIF, we don't want MIF getting phone calls in a couple of hours from people wanting to talk about headless chooks.
Exactly.
And, it might be distressing for MIF.
We kind of do.
We can't. There's a little bit of us that does.
A little bit of us likes the idea of just picking up the phone and somebody going, "Hello there, I'm looking for a spicy Portuguese. Can I have some?"
Well, yes. On that note,
listen on the. Sorry, were you going to play a record there?
No.
Because I was just going to say, if you are listening on the net, obviously we have mentioned the podcasts, which already is at number. What is it?
Well, apparently last year's podcasts are in the top 10
Australian
iTunes downloads
thing.
We don't know what we're talking about, essentially.
That's all very well, right? But there's a lot of, your la-di-da commercial types who are probably a little bit ahead of us. So go to the website, download it. Let's see if we can get this show top of the podcast. No, why not? Because the funny thing about this is, right, is that we're on here, we're having a bit of laugh. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How funny would that be if all the people in radio went, hang on a second, that's the biggest podcast in Australia, and I reckon we can do that. We can, just squeeze our way.
We don't want to do this to blow sunshine up our own posteriors. We would just like to see if it's possible.
We don't get any money from this.
To just rort something.
It's free, isn't it? Yeah. We just want to throw the whole thing.
Let's crash iTunes.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Yeah, download it twice.
But on the thing about the chicken, Nando's thing that you were talking about, spicy chicken, we are also after a just obscure, weird. You know how sometimes on the back of products it says,
that's what we
just reeling it in.
Sorry.
On the back of products, you read the information about the product, and then it says for more information, free call, like a weird product with a number like that we can perhaps give them a ring.
A bit of a hotline, give them a ring, ask them some questions.
Yeah, just mess with them.
Exactly. Generally.
Let's hear from Kings of Leon.
Let's smash iTunes. Let's bring down the hotlines.
On Triple J, Ross and Terri with you now. Caller, on the line who is going to give you a story, Ross, about Godzilla and the Bible.
Brilliant.
I think this is how this is going to go. What's your name, mate?
Yeah, it's Sean.
Sean, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Sydney.
From Sydney, okay. And what's your connection to Godzilla and the Bible, Sean?
Oh, I've just heard the story about Godzilla and Noah's Ark.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he was the one that actually pushed it into the water as the tides rose.
That little-known fact about the story of Noah's Ark. Where did you hear that tidbit of information, Sean?
Oh, I picked it up. It's, secret society. It's on the down low, but it's a well-known story among the undercurrent of true believers.
Right.
Yeah.
And are there other ways that Godzilla has infiltrated the Bible that you know of?
I've only heard the day of the records. So, as Noah wanted to get a head start on the race.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had the ark going for a race around the world because there was no land. It was as the crow flies, and he had all the animals lined up in evolutionary scale on treadmills, powering little propellers. And he was setting a record. He knew that men would come with bigger boats, faster boats. He was setting a record as the fastest around the world.
Well, that's very, very interesting.
Well, the only, please don't think me a non-believer. Wasn't Noah the last person on Earth?
I'm not too sure. I just heard the stories about God. It's his version of the story. Things are a bit different.
Yeah.
He's a few too many bad fish in that.
And how do you, and I see where you're coming from on these alternative Bible stories. How do you celebrate the, your version of Christmas, for example?
Of Christmas?
Christmas, because it's a bit religious, that one, isn't it, Christmas? Yeah. It's got a bit
you get the cows in the backyard, a couple of small buildings and that, and, stomp around and have a merry old time.
Brilliant. The old cow stomping. I partook in that for a while.
No, cow eating and miniature land stomping.
Oh,
little trees, shrubs and that.
Sorry, I thought you meant you actually just put live cows in your backyard. Because I've done that, put baubles on them, tinsel, that sort of thing.
Just dressed them up.
It never really worked for me, and that's where I've gone wrong.
Yeah, that's where
a fuzzy feeling out there. You've just got to seek, and the raw will show you the way. What
is your organisation called again, Sean? Your group of believers? What's the name that you go by?
I'm not actually allowed to say that on radio.
Of course you're not.
Of course, yeah.
Meet me in person, I might be able to tell you someone who knows a bit more.
All right, okay. I tell you what, Sean, I'm just going to fade you down. Is that all right?
Fade me down.
Oh, I'm going to fade him down.
You see, that's
a nice little lie down, a little rest.
That is exactly the sort of, important religious message that this show has to convey.
Is it a religious message, do you think?
I'm not really sure.
Or is
all
it just...
I know is right now I feel a bit like Oprah. And I mean that in a kind of a, spreading knowledge and wisdom kind of a way. Not, I feel like Oprah.
Yeah.
I haven't got to halfway through the show and gone, you know what? I fancy a bit of Oprah.
I could go a bit of Oprah right now. We were talking about all things chickens and Lachlan from the Blue Mountains. Are you there?
Sure am.
You are. You might have to speak up a little bit, Lachlan. But you've had a rough trot with your chooks, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. A couple of days ago, I sort of went out to the pen to check on the chooks, and I discovered that they had been mauled by a quoll.
A quoll?
Oh, it's like a fox, except it's native.
Okay.
A quoll?
Never heard of a quoll.
Do you live in the Shire from Middle-earth by any chance? A quoll? What is that? That's an Australian native, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like a fox.
Oh.
How many chickens did you have?
4.
All gone.
All gone.
So that's a bit sad because we were after chooks. Clearly, we can't have yours because the quoll got there first.
A quoll? I'm still. How does it? What? I'm confused. In what way is it similar to a fox?
It likes to eat chickens.
Of course, I'm sorry. What an insensitive thing for me to ask. Does it display the same slyness? Because foxes are. They're very... is it sly or is it... It'd be good if it was the same as a fox, but it was more ambivalent.
I don't know. It's kind of... it's just pretty much just carnivorous.
Have you made any attempt to track down the quoll?
They're pretty hard, and it happened at night, so it's... I've called the police, but they haven't been able to track him down.
Nah, too busy.
Yeah.
Too busy. So you'd like to mark their passing somehow, would you?
Yeah. If I could get a minute's silence, even 30 seconds. I mean,
Minute's silence for the chooks.
Yeah. Now a lot of radio shows, stations for that matter, would just say a minute of silence for some dead chickens. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
People are scared of silence on the radio. People are terrified.
Yeah.
But you know what? As a mark of respect, I think we should do it. I think we should have a minute, maybe 30-second silence for the dead chickens.
Did they have names, Lachlan? Your chooks?
Yes. There was Mavis, Betty, Daisy, and Matilda.
So they were literally a bunch of old chooks, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, let's have that silence.
All right.
And I mean, obviously, there's a danger in doing this because you might hear the spirits of the chickens.
Correct.
During the, So
Yeah.
let's start the minute silence.
Okay,
for
as of
students.
now.
Have you got a thing? Oh, right. What is that there? Yeah. Is that on mute, is it? Or are we?
No.
Oh, you didn't put it on mute. Yeah. What does this say? If you let go.
There is absolutely
Oh, I see. What? So if we don't
no way.
we don't make any.
If we have 30 minutes of silence on this
30
station,
minutes.
the master control thinks 30 seconds of silence. Master control
And the
thinks
tape will
something has
kick in.
gone terribly wrong,
Yeah.
and an automated tape will kick in playing music. And
thanks for that.
yeah,
That was
thanks for
just-
that, Amy.
We should
Lachlan,
have.
I'm so sorry. I feel
Sorry. Are we still?
I
Are we
feel
back?
terrible.
Sorry, right. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were. I thought that was still a minute silence, and we were just talking. Sorry about that. That's.
See, you try and be sensitive towards people, and there are always these things that just get in the way.
It's machines taking over. It's political correctness gone mad. That's what that is. Look at that. I'll tell you what. You know what's good about that, though, is the fact that, because we've got producer Amy here,
Yes.
if this had been last year and we'd have gone for a minute silence, then
we
she
would.
came in and literally, and respect to her for respecting the chickens. She handed it on a piece of paper. She didn't come in and go, "What are you doing, you idiots?"
Yeah.
That's not.
She knew the marks were still on because the red light's still on. Lachlan, we don't mean to disrespect your chooks. Don't take it personally. Amy was just doing her job. I tell you what, we can make it up to you. Do you want to hang on the line? I'll play a track, and when we come back, would you like to do our band quiz this afternoon?
Oh, I can do.
All
Brilliant.
right, you hang on the line, Lachlan. We'll try and have our own little bit of silence during this track, just to show some respect to Mavis, Betty,
it's the
Daisy, and Matilda.
I can't believe that. So 30 seconds of silence and the tape kicks in. What's the tape then?
What has the world come to?
What is the tape? There must be a tape.
It is a tape of silence to mark respect for people's pets who've passed away.
So if you have a minute silence, 30 seconds of silence,
And then another
more
tape
silence,
kicks
but
in.
it's recorded silence.
It's recorded silence.
You know what? I want to find out what that tape is. I want to find out what kicks in.
We can get onto that. Hang on the line, Lachlan.
You know how we could do it?
How's
Let's just be silent for 30 seconds.
Oh my God, there goes my job. Hang on the line, Lachlan.
Will do.
Ross and Terry with you. We also have our recently bereaved friend Lachlan from the Blue Mountains on the line. You still there, Lachlan?
Sure am.
You are. Okay, I might just get you to speak up just a little bit more, mate.
He's racked with tragedy.
I know,
I can't
feel
believe
bad.
you would treat a man like that.
We just tried to have 30 seconds of silence for his
Turns out that the airwaves
chooks.
can't handle it.
No.
What happens when a member of the royal family were to die?
Yeah. Yes. Would we care? No.
I'll tell you what. I was actually listening to Triple J when the Queen Mum died.
Yeah.
And they said it was something like, what was it? They said it was something like, and the Bells Beach Surf competition has been won by such and such, and the Queen Mum's dead. Brilliant. That's the order to get it in.
Well, we call a spade here at Triple J.
Exactly.
Now, Lachlan, you are going to do today's band quiz. Are you ready?
Sure am.
Are you pumped? Hopefully, if you win, you'll get a prize. This will, it'll give you a bit of a lift after the loss of your chooks.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe some form of medication as well. If you've not heard this before, dead easy. All you say is I read out the name of a band, and you say band if it is a band, not a band if it's not a band, and play along at home as well.
Yes, and these have been legitimately researched.
Yes, from the who's who of Australian rock from about 1975.
Yeah, don't bother trying to cheat with it. Don't bother ringing up on Thursday saying, yeah, okay, I'll play, here's the book. You'll never get through it. It is a massive, massive tome.
I am actually thinking I'm going to try and get a new version of this you know.
What's wrong with the 1970s?
Well, I think
What's
I've
wrong
used
with
up every band that's in here.
the dog-eared, torn
Yeah,
pages?
no, it's good, but I think people are going to start to remember bands.
Oh, that is a possibility. Okay,
yeah,
Lachlan,
right.
are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Right now, families are gathering around radios. It's like the olden days, you know. People are there, ready. Here we go. So, is it a band or is it not a band? The Shufflecocks.
Band.
Not a band. Oof, so sorry.
That's harsh.
Pussball. Take your time. Take your time.
Can I have the name again?
Pussball.
Pussball.
Just remember that tape that kicks in after 30 seconds of silence.
I'd
Lachlan.
say band.
It's not a band. It's all right. It's all right. You got plenty. You got plenty. Cyril B. Bunter Band.
Pardon?
Cyril B. Bunter Band.
Oh, that's definitely not a band.
It is a band.
Oh, no.
Bugger.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's all right. All's not lost. Nessie.
Sorry, the
Nessie.
Nessie. I've heard of that before. Is it a band?
It's not a band.
Oh,
Oh, God,
terrible
you're
track.
looking...
It's
Oh,
meant
dear.
to make Lachlan feel better.
I know. I've got to feel... Wouldn't it be terrible if he actually got attacked by a fox as well?
Qual.
Here we go. Windsor Tassels.
Not a band?
It's not a band.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
one right. Well
right.
done.
Here we go. Next one. Horsey Box.
I'd say it's a band.
It's not a band.
Oh.
Here we go. Next one. Sport. Sorry, I just coughed all over the desk.
Don't keep your
Sorry.
saliva in your mouth,
I do
especially
apologise.
during the band quiz. That's
Here
all
we
I'm going
go.
to say.
You'll see why I spittled. Spicy Portuguese.
You were talking about this before. No, it's not a band.
It's not a band, you're right. Well, listen. Next one. Geezers of Nazareth.
Jesus of Nazareth.
Geezers.
The Geezers of Nazareth.
Sounds like a motorbike gang. I'd say yes, it is a band.
It is a band, yes. And let's not take the piss out of motorbike gangs on
No,
this show.
please,
Thanks very much.
for God's sake.
Tough Monks.
Tough monks.
Yeah, don't do the accent. Just think of the answer to the question, Lachlan.
Impersonate.
I'd say yes, it's a band.
It is a band. Now you're on a roll.
Oh, he's
now
catching up.
Now you're on a roll. Brussels Top.
Brussels top. Not a band.
It's not a band. Here we go. You've got the idea of the game now. Property of Workington County Council.
Can you repeat the name of the band?
Sorry. Property of Workington County Council.
Is that a band?
It's not a band.
Not a band.
It's actually a county council, what they print on wheelie bins.
You just happen to have that information at your fingertips.
Bilby Beat.
Is that a band?
It is a band, yes. Here we go. Next one. Marlow Harlow's Blues Scavengers.
Is that a band?
It's not a band.
Not a band.
Next one. Civ.
Sorry, what was the name?
Civ.
Div. Is that a band?
Not a band.
Not a band.
Mind Harness.
That's a band.
Not a band.
Not a band. Oh.
See, if you say it with authority, Lachlan,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily make it right.
Happy Slapper.
Come on,
So
Lachlan.
it's a band.
It's not a band.
Not a,
Oh. Pingu Gloamin.
not a band.
It's not a band. Not a band. Right, here we go. Kiss My Poodle's Donkey.
Not a band.
It is a band.
It is a-
It is a
that's a really
band.
weird
Yeah,
name.
it is. Navajo Dad.
A band.
It is a band. Wild Pumpkins at Midnight.
I'd say that's a band.
It is a band. And the final one, Disenfranchised Wimpole.
That's a tough one.
Come on, Lachlan.
I'd say not a band.
It's not a band. How's he done? How's he done?
Oh, so close, Lachlan. You had 10 right, but unfortunately 11 wrong.
Oh, you know what? I think seeing as you've suffered death,
Bereavement. 4 times over.
suffered death, yeah, bereavement. If you suffered death, you wouldn't be talking to us, would you? But I think, normally I'd put my foot down. Normally, it's not one of them quizzes. If you get it wrong, no prize for
Yeah.
you.
We're not mucking around.
In this case, I think, to help with the grief,
yes,
I'm going to give you a prize, and you're going to receive... how good's this, right?
Steal yourself, Lachlan.
Copy of my DVD on real time. Thanks for that. That's,
he's struck by that. Lachlan, not keen on that prize.
Not bothered, really?
I would have settled for like a toy Godzilla or something like that. That would have helped.
Look, you can't... It's not a case of bartering.
Give him the T-shirt.
Right, you can have a
Give him the
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Right, I'll tell you what I've got, right? And this is my own personal T-shirt here.
Not
right?
that you've worn it.
No, I haven't. But I might have done, actually. What I decided to do was to have a look through to see... Because you know how commercial radio stations always give away T-shirts, and I always get them whenever I go into them commercial places. I've got a Nova T-shirt. You know Nova Radio?
I don't listen to them, but I've...
Of course not.
Good, nor should you.
Why would you? Where on, right? So, Nova, right? I know you don't listen to them because you listen to this station and you're wise in your choice. But we're going to send you one of their promotional T-shirts, which was given to me.
And you can do with it what you will, Lachlan.
Oh, you're very generous, Ross. Very generous.
In fact, not only that, you know what I'm going to throw in as a bonus? Because what I did was, while I was looking for these promotional T-shirts, I also found a load of other clothes that, quite frankly, I never wear anymore.
There's a whole box of them sitting here in the studio.
So, I mean, some of them are soiled. So I've brought them in.
I can attest to that.
So you're going to get a copy of my DVD, right? You're going to get the Nova T-shirt, right? This is like some sort of auction. And you're also going to get another T-shirt. Are we allowed to say the brand? Probably not.
Don't know.
Probably not.
It's a black T-shirt with yellow writing on it.
It's a quality one, quality T-shirt. Might need a wash. 2 of them, they're yours. Hang on, pull the thing off the mic now. You're going to get those 2 T-shirts and a copy of my DVD. That's all yours.
How do you feel, Lachlan?
I'm feeling so much better. That has just covered the grief right up.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You've got a Nova T-shirt. You've got that fancy... and that's a good T-shirt.
We've made a difference to a man's life,
and
Lachlan.
In fact, we're going to be giving away the rest of these clothes for the rest... I'm not joking.
You've just cleaned out your cupboard, literally.
I'll tell you some of the clothes on offer after we've had a bit of a song.
All right, hang on the line, Lachlan.
The lock line.
Will henceforth be known as the lock line.
He's got his own lock line.
Out of respect to Lachlan. Ross and Terri with you on at Triple J at 2 minutes to 2 o'clock. Ross, you have been keen to be pecked by a chicken.
Yes.
At some point today. Now,
and we can't stress enough that literally we need to get a live chicken in here.
Yes, if you're in Melbourne and you're close to the South Bank studios of the ABC. Yeah.
It's South Bank Boulevard, isn't it? Just behind the Arts Centre. We
Correct.
desperately need...
Well, we want to hear from you first. We want a phone call, 1300 0556. Tell us you bring it in, or
just turn up. I mean, look, I said it before, right? It's not like we're going to get 1,000 people... well, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Pecked by 1,000 chickens. That might kill
We
them.
have just over a minute before the news.
All right, okay.
Paula from Townsville, you want to talk Ross out of being pecked by a chicken because you've had a bad chicken pecking experience.
I've had several.
Okay, in 1 minute, give us the rundown. Why doesn't he want to be pecked by a chook?
It's excruciating sometimes because, like the guy said earlier in the day, that the peck is in such a little area that it just really hurts. It went like through, I don't know, this is a broody hen sitting on eggs,
yep.
And I had to collect other eggs that were in the nest next to it. She got very protective. She went AWOL. Oh, wrong word, actually. She went crazy on me.
Yeah.
She started pecking at my hands, and then she leapt up, jumped on my head, started pecking my scalp, and I had like a huge gash in my head afterwards. I had to go to hospital and get stitches.
It sounds very, very dangerous. With 20 seconds to go, Ross, do you still want to go through with this?
It's got to happen. I want a chicken. I want a live chicken in the studio.
Sorry, Sir Paula?
Wear a hat.
I'm not getting pecked in the head.
Okay. I'm
not mad.
I'm fading Sir Paula down. I don't mean to be rude.
Thanks,
we have got an hour.
We've got an hour. We need
to
a
get
live
a chicken to the studio. Ross and Terri with you. We have under an hour.
Oh yeah,
to get a chook into the studio. I don't know. I don't want you to be disappointed. I don't know.
We've got 2 weeks, but the deadline's, we're only on for 2 weeks. We'll get one by the end of it. I'm sure. Will. If I have to go out and buy a chicken, I'll do it.
If you can bring a chook to the South Bank studios in Melbourne, the ABC studios.
We really would.
1300 0556.
Give us a ring, let us know you're coming, or just turn up with a chicken.
Jesus.
Just look, it's not like the city, the central business district, is going to be swarming with chickens.
I know, but have you seen the guy on the desk downstairs?
Oh, What is he, a fox?
No, he's a quoll.
Oh. Apparently a quoll. I had a little... Amy found a picture. It's brilliant.
On the net of a quoll.
Of a quoll. And it's like a sort of a... It's like a kind of a possum. It's like half possum, half fox.
Right.
Sort of with speckled bits and all the rest of it on it. There you go.
What we should have done? We should have called our... what was his name? Our animal expert.
Of course, he would have known what the quoll was up to. Yeah, those magic numbers there, they... Because they're larger people, you know. They're quite chunky.
Yep.
They walked off Top of the Pops, UK's biggest show, because the host, cheeky fella, said something like, he said, what do you get if you get two brothers and sisters, put them together in a band, you get a big fat melting pot. And, you know, I mean, this bloke, right, magic numbers, excellent band. This bloke, bit of a knob, right? Thinks he's funny, not, right?
Yeah.
They walked off, they went, nah, not having it.
And so didn't do their performance on Top of the Pops?
Just said, sorry, forget it.
See,
that's great,
because we had, tried to have 30 seconds of silence. If you do that on the radio, a tape kicks in. What happens when you throw to the band and there's just a sort of a kerfuffle and then the camera shot is of an empty stage? How do you feel that, do you reckon?
I think they cut back to a bloke who is a knob, looking like a knob. That's the basic, And he was just there.
And he just had to pad for 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
They walked off. I'm going to try and... In fact, I'm going to try and blag some backstage passes so I can ask the magic numbers about that.
Yeah.
In fact, when did they arrive? Because... Oh, no,
I don't have the itinerary in front of me. I'm sorry. If you'd given me slightly more notice.
Amy,
find out when the magic numbers hit Australia, please.
Yeah.
We'd like to know.
Yeah, we should have them in.
Amy's handing in her resignation at the end of this shift.
Exactly. Just tearing her hair out.
Now, as well as a chicken, we are also after... We want to call one of those hotlines, product hotlines, perhaps, in the next, hopefully, 45 minutes. Otherwise, we'll be kicking Miff out of the chair.
Yeah.
If you have, just an obscure one or one that sounds interesting...
Or just something you've seen on a packet, give us a ring.
If we could have less suggestions to do with feminine hygiene products, I personally would appreciate it. I can't speak on your behalf, Ross.
Quite a lot of downstairs.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Quite a lot of downstairs hotlines.
Well, downstairs discussions, raging throughout the country over the telephone.
I'm thinking...
I'm not that keen.
Surely that's going to encourage fellas of a slightly dubious nature, isn't it? To ring up.
Or us.
Pretty much,
Yeah, it might be, the back of a household... I don't know, like
back of a household, for example.
Back of a bag of rice might have a hotline, or just something like that. Ring in 1300 055536.
Wouldn't that be great if you could actually speak to Uncle Ben? You ring him up.
Is there?
Hello there.
It'd have to be, I guess. Or was it Uncle Ben? No, that's Big Ben. Don't mind me. I'm just rambling.
Now, look. On the safety issue, because a lot of people have mentioned the fact that getting pecked by a chicken is a dangerous pursuit.
Yes, we heard from Sir Paula who said, don't do it, it bloody hurts.
That sounds great. Sir Paula. It's like one of the Beatles has had a sex change. Sir Paula McCartney. Oh, she's gone. There we go.
No, I'm back.
Look,
it's all right.
This, right? What do you reckon? Now, let me just explain why I've got a box of my clothes.
Yeah.
Right? There's a big box of my clothes. These aren't ones I've got from the charity shop.
No.
In fact, when I came in earlier...
I've seen you wearing some of those items. This is legit.
In fact, that one, do you recognise that one?
Yeah, you wore that last year.
Look, no, see that? That shirt there, that's the one that I wore on the Rove. On Rove. I did a hilarious joke about Janet Jackson, and I got my breast out, and I had a little thing on it. Look. That's the shirt.
That's
there,
the tricked up shirt.
Which I got that.
You're just giving away that all was all fake.
You what?
That there was a tricked up shirt. That it wasn't something that you just did on the spot. You just went. Off
you couldn't rip a shirt like that. You couldn't physically rip a pocket
Janet.
off a shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was. I had that going, and I just, he didn't know.
So you got a box of your clothes.
Box of my clothes, and when I first came in, Amy just took one look at me sitting in the chair with a big box of clothes, and just said, "Are you homeless?"
No disrespect intended to any homeless people who may be listening to the show.
Exactly. They can't listen to the show because them fellas from the UK are standing on their necks, aren't they? What are they called? I can't even remember.
Matics.
That's show business for you.
Box of your clothes.
Box of my clothes. There's all sorts of stuff in here, and I'm going to give these away over the course of the 2 weeks. These
as prizes?
As prizes. Not only am I giving it... Yeah, why not? I mean, I gave away the Nova T-shirt before.
Why not?
Well,
you would, wouldn't you?
So, yeah. somebody else's promotional item. These clothes, these are genuine clothes, and these aren't like shoddy ones that are just,
there's some nice shorts in there.
Proper, I mean, the shorts do have a hole in the gusset.
Yeah, but
you could stitch that up. But I'm going to be giving these away over the course of but this one here, right? What do you reckon that is?
That would be a nice thick jumper that you would wear to stop yourself being pecked by chickens.
Exactly.
What?
I'm going to hand it to you, right?
Really?
I just want you to have a feel. Just describe exactly what it feels like, what it is.
Okay, it's quite a sort of thick cotton, but it does have tiny little holes in it. Like if you hold it up to the light, you can sort of see through the material, which is odd because it feels quite thick.
It does feel thick, yet it's light.
Kevlar.
Kevlar, my
100%
friend.
Kevlar.
It's 100% Kevlar.
What does that mean?
Right, well, it's a motorbike thing. Unfortunately, my wife shrunk it in the wash. So
I shouldn't turn it pink.
So I look a little bit, a very tight pink top.
Yeah. On a motorbike.
Yeah, I'd look like
boys.
an articulate man who works in the theatre.
Who works at a theatre, yes.
That is, right, you can buy these dragon jeans. It's like they make clothes which are 100% Kevlar. That's like leather.
Yeah.
You see, you wear that. If you come off a motorbike on that'll protect you. You see,
you wear it on your head.
I've got, if you like, you can get. They do a turban. They do a motorcycle turban. I'm writing that down as a band for tomorrow.
Yeah, motorcycle turban.
I've got the pants as well. They make pants which I'd bought some in London, and they've got Kevlar all around the bum and down the legs and everything. And I was with a couple of guys I know, and we were walking through a very busy street in London, and one of my mates looks down and he goes, "Are those Kevlar pants?"
Yeah.
And in a very loud voice, didn't even think about it, in a very loud voice, I went, "Yeah, Kevlar trousers. You could stab me in the arse and I wouldn't even feel it." That's probably not something that... Oh, hang on.
No.
Miff's just walked past the window flapping her hands.
Does that mean there's a chicken in the building?
Have you got a chicken?
I tell you what, we'll take a track.
So this Kevlar thing, that'll protect you on a motorcycle. So I'm thinking if I wear that...
When the chook comes in.
When the chook comes in, do you think that was Miff saying, "There's a chicken"? Or do you think that's her going...
I don't know. She might be teasing. She might be teasing.
Or maybe she's going, "I'm fond of a Kevlar jumper myself."
We'll take a track from Infusion, and we may or may not have a chicken in the studio when we come back.
That's a new feature we're going to do, right? I'm writing this down, right? We're going to... Things you didn't know about Miff. Every day we'll give you a different thing you didn't know about Miff. And, she likes a chicken.
Allegedly.
Brilliant. I'm going to try and put these on, and I'll talk about some more of the exciting clothes in the Ross Noble Summer Collection.
Ross, you've brought in a box of clothes. Now, some people might think, well, what's the point? You just cleaned out your wardrobe, whatever. We're going to do something with these clothes, aren't we? We've talked about the Kevlar vest, which you've since decided to keep because it still fits.
Yeah, well, pretty much, yeah. That is quite, yeah. So I'll hold some of these clothes up, see what you think of them. Like,
okay.
This one here, I got that. That was a second-hand number, which, when you buy a jumper and you think, "I've made a terrible error there."
Yes.
Like, at the time, I thought, that's going to be...
No, why did you think that? That is a maroon, very thick, sort of cable knit jumper.
Chunky knit.
Yeah, that's a fisherman's jumper, but without the high neck.
Exactly. I couldn't.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I saw it and I thought I was thinking a kind of a Robert Smith Curita. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That
if it was black,
thing.
Maybe that's just a little bit punsy.
It's brown. So it's
is it brown or is it maroon?
I think it's brown.
There you go, my
it's
eyes
sort of
gone.
like if Robert Smith was to say go to a hunting lodge for the weekend. In fact, listen, write these down, right? If you've got a pen and paper, write these...
Let's catalogue these items.
Yeah, if any of these items specifically leap out, I mean, we'll give them away, over the course of the 2 weeks in that.
But if you want one specifically, hit us on the guest book. Head to triplej.net.au, go to the Ross and Terri page.
Or text us or ring.
And, this is not I'll pay $5. It's not that. It's not that. It's not about money.
For example, if you were to ring up, if this item here, if you were to go... I'm a fishing goth, for example. Do you know what I mean? You think, perfect, I'll have some of that. So there's that one. There's this shirt here, which I bought and never was. So, look, it's still
got the tag.
It's still got the tag
and
on it.
And you bought that on sale, too.
I did. I bought it for $15, so that's never been worn.
Yeah, that is as new, people. That is as new.
There's a Triple J T-shirt there from, I believe, 2 years ago.
That's nice. That's quite nice.
There's the aforementioned shirt.
Yep.
Oh, this one here, right? Look, this is a T-shirt, right? Where's that from?
The gun store in Las
The gun
Vegas.
store.
Chopper's going to ring up and ask for that one.
Yeah, it's got a bit of dog hair on it, that. So if you do, say you wanted to clone one of my dogs. You could,
ask for that T-shirt.
That's a place in Las Vegas where you can go along and fire real machine guns.
What?
Yeah, see, you just walk in off the street.
Just anyone.
No identification required. You just have to have the Benjamins in your hand. Whack them down. You're in. You're firing Sten guns. You're firing M16. Bang, straight
and
away.
And we wonder why that country's in trouble.
Exactly. That's a T-shirt.
Hello to our listeners in the States.
Into the United States. Oh, and do give us a ring in as well if you're listening abroad, because you know we do want to hear from our foreign friends.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. That's quite good. That would suit somebody who, like, that's quite a quality T-shirt.
That is a Zoo York
T-shirt there. That's quite good. This one here, look how manky that one is. That one's going to need a wash.
Filth.
It's not only is it filth, the transfer's cracked, and it's got dinner stains on the front of it.
Yes, but the numbers on the front say 06. So given that it is 2006, that is a shirt the times.
Exactly. And not only that, the fashion now is for things that look a bit distressed.
Yeah.
Can't get more distressed than
extreme. I'd go so far as to say that is distraught, not just distressed.
I don't exactly think fashion shops are giving away, or you know, you go in and buy clothes that actually stink.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you find I've made a few op shop purchases, and the only reason I don't make many, and this is nothing against the delightful people who operate, dirty people, but there's just that op shop smell, don't you reckon? Like there's that smell that never quite washes out. You can wash it 3 times before you wear it, and it still smells a bit like dirty old man.
Yeah.
You just can't get rid of it.
But the thing is, though, I do know that you are followed around by dirty old men on a regular basis. There's usually
and the wind happens to be blowing in such a way that I'm
I can't get rid of this.
Constantly coughing it.
You stop and they stop.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I know what you mean. Well, some of this stuff has never been worn. Look at that T-shirt.
That is brand new.
Black
Still got
T-shirt.
the little size sticker on it.
Exactly. Look at that
Navy T-shirt.
I always do. I always buy clothes and then never wear them.
Now
so
this is where it gets interesting. This particular item.
Now look at these. These are a pair of very worn shorts.
They are. They're a surfy label, so they're during their time they were all right. They were happening.
These have been like.
I just said happening. I sound like my mum.
Happening.
They were happening.
Well, you know, if you're chilling with your homies, you know, a nice pair of trousers. These have been on adventures.
They have particularly in the front and centre.
For some reason, normally people's pants wear through in the arse area. These ones. Like where my plums are.
Yes,
I don't know what's happened
big.
there.
That looks like it was originally a tear that just grew and grew and grew with wear.
You know the wrecking balls that you get on the, the big, the sort of...
they used to knock down buildings.
Yeah, well maybe my actual plums have just smashed a hole in the front of the... So that
is shorts with large hole in front.
Oh look, there's a say hi to your mum for me, row of T-shirt there.
Nice.
There's a what's this one? Oh, there's another one there with a label.
Black T-shirt unworn. Do we want to do something as well as getting people rather than just cataloguing all these? I think maybe we should have a think, and by tomorrow, I think we should come up with something to do with these clothes. Something we can do, perhaps that you can get involved in. Something that we can. Thinking travel might be involved. I don't know. What do you reckon? Bit of travel. Send them on a journey.
Send them off around Australia. That's what we should do.
Pants around Australia.
Yeah, that's what we should. Let's give away most of them, and then let's send the.
Let's pick one pair of shorts to send them on a trip.
There's a lovely pair of trousers there. Look, they've never been worn.
Ross is going to keep going through his clothing, and I reckon when we come back, let's
Brazil,
pick.
Look at that, Brazil football top.
It never ends.
Suitable for, and look how out of shape that's got.
For someone who is wider than they are tall, possibly that top.
How wide is that?
That is bizarre.
So if you've got someone who's essentially a square.
Ross and Terri with you for around about another 25 minutes or so.
I've gone it wrong with the apricot there.
Why? Did you get a dodgy one?
But the thing, I wasn't... Oh.
Not good?
No, it's good, but I thought I'll have a cheeky bit of apricot before we start talking. And you know how sometimes a bit of fruit... Just catching, you'll go...
Now, we have been getting calls aplenty regarding people who...
Just want to buy stuff.
Want your stuff. We've had people cataloguing it. You've explained it. Now there's people just ringing up wanting it. How do you want this? You can't just...
Just give us a reason. For example, you've had your shirt stolen.
Let's do it through the website.
Yeah.
Go to triplej.net.au.
We'll take calls on it tomorrow, obviously, because we've only got 20 minutes left. It doesn't look like it's going to be chicken.
No, I haven't seen any
You've still
sign
got 20
of a
minutes.
chicken.
You're going to get in here. You can get a piece of my clothing.
Sounds like a threat.
Yeah. Come down here. And also, just for... I know you can't see me, but right now, I'm still brandishing the knife that I cut the apricot
You
with.
are, and it's quite a sight.
Yeah.
Let's go through the website. You might have picked out an item from the descriptions that were given that you quite like. At triplej.net.au, go to the Ross and Terri page, leave your email address. You
might be going on a camping holiday and the jumper might come in handy.
You might be a motorcyclist and you might like the Kevlar vest, and there might be a fight between you and the person who wants it for who gets it.
Exactly. If you can, I mean, I might have that back because it does fit me that, and I've realised that they're very expensive. But if you can give us a reason why a Kevlar outfit might, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold a knife now on all the time.
For between now and 3 o'clock.
I'm just going to gesticulate with a knife. That's going to be my new
that's
thing.
not putting me under any pressure whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think the whole sending pants on a journey, we'll have a think about that.
Yeah, I think that might be good to sort of like peace, the pants of peace, you know? Like, because the thing is, it's like, obviously, if you're in Melbourne, you can bring stuff down to the studio, you can send things here, you know, just with a messenger, for example.
Yeah.
But you know, if...
You can't get anything. It'd be nice to send something off
the rest
around
of
the
Australia,
country.
we want you to be involved. So I think what we'll do is we'll send the pants of peace, let's send them around, like the Commonwealth Games.
Like the torch.
Exactly like the torch.
Like the Olympic flame.
Right around Australia, and then, you know, and then... in fact, you know what we should do? On the final Friday, we should have like a closing ceremony where the pants arrive...
After their trip around the country.
Right, tomorrow.
All right, this has got legs. Write it down.
It's got the legs of a chicken. This is what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to send them pants off around Australia... Right, let's try and get these pants right the way around the whole of the country, and then back here, and then we'll also let's put on a bit of a
show for when they come back.
We could out there on that bit of grass.
That's got marching band written all over it.
Exactly. Marching band.
We'll have a think about this idea.
Now you're thinking.
Between now and 12 o'clock tomorrow,
we'll have a marching band out there. We'll have clowns. We'll have balloons. We'll maybe have some sort of buffet as well. You never know.
We have someone on the line who may have passed on while they've been on hold all that time.
Ferris wheel.
Catherine from Goulburn, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, are you excited about the possibility of pants around Australia?
Yes, it sounds very exciting. I can't wait.
All right, we'll nut out the details and we'll let you know at 12 o'clock tomorrow.
What it is.
Is anyone else confused? Raise your hand.
Tomorrow is Pants Across Australia Day.
Now, Catherine, we were talking earlier about weird kind of hotlines on the back of everyday, run-of-the-mill, possibly obscure maybe products. You've got a corker. What have you found?
Yes, I found a Dobber Dog hotline.
Now, take us through exactly what Dobber Dog is.
Well, it's just in a magazine, Dog's Life, that they sell around Australia. I'll just read the little bit it says in there. It says, if you think one of your friend's dog's breath is in need of some serious help, you can anonymously call the Doggy Bad Breath hotline. A pet food company has launched the hotline where callers can send anonymous messages alerting friends or family to the canine conundrum, with each dog receiving a free pet dental health care kit.
Right. Oh. So you have the hotline number there.
I do, yes.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is if you hang on the line, I'm going to, because you've been kind enough to pass that number on to me, I'm going to dial it. So do you want to hang on the line?
Yep, sure.
Just hang on, mate. Now, okay, do you want to dial Dobber Dog?
Yeah, give him.
We're going to give him a go, and we're going to... do you have a pet that you'd like to dob in?
Well, you know what? Let's pretend that we don't have a dog, but we do have a child. Let's say we've got a child and his breath stinks, and that let's do that. And we've dressed it as a dog, and like we won't take no for an answer.
Thank you.
you for calling Hills Pet Nutrition. We wish to give you the very best possible service, so please listen to the following menu and choose the appropriate department.
Okay.
To speak with Sharma, please press 1.
Sharma?
To speak with accounts payable and receivable, please press 2. To speak with marketing, please press 3. To speak with the Hills Helpline for customer inquiries and technical information, please press 4.
4.
Sharma?
Press 4.
Who's Sharma? You want me to press 4?
Transferring you to an operator now.
I didn't even press anything.
Natural fibres which act just like a toothbrush to scrub your cat or dog's teeth clean.
Oh, I'm glad they said cat or dog's teeth.
Hello, you've called the Hills Helpline. Please hold for the next available nutritional consultant.
Oh, here we go.
Do we get music?
You are
Arians worldwide.
Nice.
Another pet care tip by Dr. Peter Nicol.
Right, so you've got a dinky breast child.
Good afternoon, Hills Pet Nutrition. Sally speaking.
Hello there. Is that the Dobber Dog hotline?
A Dobber Dog hotline.
Dobber Dog, yeah.
No, sorry.
I thought you offered a service where we could ring up and for pets with stinky breath.
Yeah, if you've got an issue, absolutely.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry, I hadn't heard of it called that before, that's all.
You've never heard it Dobber Dog?
No.
Oh, right. What's it normally called?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Dogs with smelly breath, I guess.
Oh, okay. Have you not been advertising it? I saw it in Dog's Life magazine.
Possibly. I'm actually quite new here, so it's very possible that that's the case, yeah.
Okay. Well, so what's the score? If we've got a dog with stinky breath, we can nominate it and we get a dental kit. Is that right?
Oh, actually, do you want to hang on one sec? Let me just double-check on this one.
Okay, thanks.
Won't be a sec.
Cheers.
Australia. This advice was brought
She's
to you
going to
by
regret turning up to work today, by
Superior nutrition for the
10 minutes from
lifelong
now, I
health of
reckon.
your pet.
I hope they're not listening in.
Dogs rely on their sense of smell.
They do rely on
it. They don't care
it.
that most Science Diet pet nutrition
See, we can
packs
learn something
are just
today.
plain white with a big Science Diet logo. Yeah. And they don't care
Why
if
not
Science
try
Diet pet
putting
food
your
is the
foot
healthiest
into
you
the
can buy.
mouth of a dog?
They can't read the nutrition
Sure, it'll
detail
gnaw
on
it
the
off and you'll be
back.
left as a
All they care about is the
stumpy
taste.
freak for the rest of your
Are you
life.
there?
Yes, hello.
Okay, what I'm going to need to do is pop you through to marketing on that one.
Okay.
It's Vicky that you'd need to speak to.
Right.
I don't think she's at a desk at the moment, so can I pop you through to voicemail, or did you want me to get her to give you a call?
Yeah, no, put me through to voicemail. What was her name, Vicky?
Vicky, that's correct.
Lovely.
Okay, then.
Okay, thank you now.
See you later.
See ya.
Pet has bad
Didn't
breath.
leave a message.
How do you teach it to
Yeah,
brush
I'm
its
gonna
own
leave a
teeth
message.
every day?
Yeah.
Just give it a toothbrush
Don't
to
leave
chew
my
on.
number.
Better still, dozens of toothbrushes. Each
What's the
kibble
number
in
here?
Science
Can you write
Diet
the number
Oral Care
down?
Complete Pet Food uses
Write the
natural
number down.
fibres which act just like a toothbrush to scrub your cat or dog's teeth clean.
She's going to end up ringing
Science
Miff, you
Diet
know
Oral
that,
Care
don't you?
works so well, it's guaranteed to freshen your pet's breath in 7 days. Science Diet, available now from vet clinics.
Get on with it.
You have reached Vicky Mitchell at Hills Pet Nutrition. I'm not available to take your call at this time. To speak with the Hills Helpline, please press 0 now or hold the line to leave a detailed message. Thank you.
Hello, Vicky Mitchell. My name's Robert Weasel. And I was ringing up because I saw the Dobber Dog breath problem advert in Dog's Life magazine. It's my favourite magazine. And what it is my wife and I, estranged wife, have a child, and the child's breath stinks. So it's very expensive for dental work. So we basically what happened was we dressed the child as a dog and used the product, and the child's acting very oddly. The child is banging its head and keeps smearing meat again on all our items. So if you could give us a ring back and let us know where we could maybe sort things out. The number is 1300 055 536. That's Mr. and Mrs. Weasel, estranged. Thanks. Stop that with the meat.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's
Well,
see
we've
if
made that call.
Let's see if she calls back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Let's just check in.
Have we got...
Catherine from Goulburn, what do you make of that?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's quite all right.
It's not your fault, mate.
You know what? We've had a bit of fun with it. You know, that's all that counts. But you know what? I feel that we've been misled. You know.
Well, we have been. I mean, the magazine's only January, February issue, so it's only brand new.
Yeah,
So
good point.
But you know what? I think there's a certain tardiness on their part. The fact that a lot of magazines once a month, January, February.
Yeah, what does that mean? Can I just ask, Catherine, have you been a long-time subscriber to Dog's Life?
No, it's only the first one I've bought it. I just have a 8-month-old puppy, so
okay.
first time I'd seen it.
Does
so.
Dog's Life magazine, in fact, have a centrefold?
No.
It doesn't. Oh, that's
It doesn't, no.
Read us, bitches. I know I think my wife reads Dog's Life magazine. What sort of puppy have you got?
I have a English Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Oh, blimey. And has it attacked you and your family? Because it will. You're all going to die. Have fun with that.
Thanks for that.
Catherine from Goulburn, thank you so very much for being part of the show today.
That's not a problem. Good luck. I hope you get a call back.
Yeah, so do I. I hope Miff gets a call back, actually.
Yeah, that'd be even funnier, I think.
See you, mate.
See you later.
Bye.
That was quite lovely.
That's great.
I like Catherine from Goulburn.
Little puppy in there. We're looking after next door's puppy at the moment.
Are you?
Yeah, we've got our 2 dogs and then a little puppy who just... He's exactly the same colour as the tiles on the patio outside.
Oh, no, that's dangerous.
So we're looking after this dog and it's just eyes. Just eyes looking around, and occasionally it sort of moves.
Oh, the poor love. Let's take a track from our featured album this week on Triple J.
We still want a chicken.
We have got just under 15 minutes.
That's not the featured album.
No, it's not called We Still Want a Chicken. We have got just under 15 minutes to get a chicken to the South Bank studios of the ABC in Melbourne. Look, I'd say that I'm holding my breath, but clearly I'd expire. Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you for but a few minutes.
It's not going to happen, is it? We're not going to get a chicken.
I'm sorry. You can probably detect the note of disappointment, really, and I'm getting a little bit upset about we didn't get a chook today. We wanted a chook. You wanted to be pecked.
Doesn't matter.
Buy a chook.
Tomorrow's another day.
True.
Yeah.
We could get one in tomorrow.
We'll get one tomorrow easily. I mean, a chicken at 3 hours, that's pretty short notice.
3 hours notice for a live
really, yeah. I mean, for somebody to actually physically go, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get a chicken down there. It's pushing it.
Yeah, if I could just suggest to listeners who may be thinking of bringing a chicken to South Bank, if you're not going to get it here within the next, 8 minutes, don't get it here today because other people might get a little bit pissed off. Maybe if you're free between 12 and 3 tomorrow, perhaps you might like to bring it in then.
Sorry, look, a car just pulled up and it was clearly just going for a parking space, but the car pulled up and I went, that's going to be the chicken.
The door's going to open up.
Yeah, just open.
How good would it be if it rocked up in a limo?
Oh, if somebody just went, stick it in there, door opens, marches in, straight away.
Look, we're going to have to, I think, put it to rest for today.
It's going to have to be a rollover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will try and get a chicken.
But tomorrow the chicken's
Tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, but the chicken's going to be very much vying for position tomorrow because, as we've already decided, tomorrow is
Pants Around Australia.
Pants Around Australia Day. And as we said that on ABC television, look at that.
A map of
Australia appeared.
And the story of Guru Dan, the Sturt's desert pea, that's got nothing to do with it, but geez, freaked me out. We are not here for much longer today, but between 12 and 3 tomorrow, we will be back.
You know what that sounded like? That sounded like you were like an old lady going, I'm not long for this world. I've led a rich and full life.
No, Pants Around Australia Day tomorrow. You've got a box of clothes. We're going to select a pair of pants, and we are going to nut out the logistics of it overnight. But we are somehow going to get it around the country.
Essentially, we've got a title, haven't we?
Yes.
We've got Pants Across Australia, which involve Pants of Peace.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure how it works.
Look, the people who came up with headlands had the same problem, and for them it didn't work out too well. They had a title and no show.
What?
You've missed this. You've
Headlands?
been away. Oh, tune in. I hope it's on tonight.
Oh.
Headland on Channel 7. Sparkling Australian drama / comedy. I'll leave it to you to watch it and we might discuss it.
Headland.
Tomorrow. You know how last year you were talking about how much you hated the Bast? Guy Sebastian?
Yeah.
Well, I think I've found something. No, I've found something that you're going to hate more.
Headlands.
Pretty much.
Right.
But, they had the same problem, came up with a title and had nothing to back it up. We will have something to back it up tomorrow.
Right,
Pants Around Australia will have some logistics.
That's the thing. I'm sort of out of the loop. The only bit of Australian news that I got, like Packer died, didn't Kerry Packer, all of that.
Didn't Big Kev die?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Because my tour manager is Australian, right? My wife's Australian, right? All different things happening. As soon as Big Kev passed away, within, I would say, 20 minutes of it being announced, I'd been told by 2 sources. I had a phone call. Have you heard about Big Kev?
Yeah.
You know?
Condolences to Big Kev's family. He was gracious enough to be stalked by us on Triple J last year. He was lovely. We had a chat to him. He was very good-humoured about the whole thing.
He'll be sorely missed.
He will be.
We would do a minute's silence, but sadly, as we've already heard, apparently, if you stop talking or stop playing music, all kinds of wrongness kick in. Apparently it triggers the apocalypse.
It does.
That's what happens. If you're silent for 30 seconds...
on the radio.
all of a sudden this whole building explodes.
Indeed. Now, you
Yes.
can take credit for this, absolutely. You've selected a very special track to play us out this afternoon.
Now, what was the album of the week?
The album of the week is called You Can't Imagine How Much Fun We're Having, and
Right.
it is by Atmosphere.
Well, that's the album of the week. Subsection
Triple
B.
J's, yeah.
It's Triple J's selection. What I've brought in...
That was my pen.
Threw your
Sorry.
pen down as if to say, and a bloody good selection it is too, sir. I've selected this album here. Just chuck a sit here so I can describe the front cover. It's three old men, sad-faced old men, sitting in a bar. It's Camel Laird Social Club, and it's by a band who are one of my favourite bands in the world, called Half Man, Half Biscuit. And we'll be playing tracks of this throughout the week. No, it's not on the playlist. Nobody knows I'm doing this, you know. So I thought we'll play some of these songs. They're some of the best tracks. You check them out. I think they've got a website. We might get a link up from our website, which is
this is one of your dear favourites.
It really is rossandterry.com. Is it rossandterry.com?
No, well, the website is still operational. If you go to that guest book, you will get directed to triplej.net.au.
And also podcasts. Do the podcast. Download the podcast.
Yes, you can do that via the website.
But look up these fellas, Half Man, Half Biscuit. I want to introduce the Australian peoples to and this is a magnificent... What did we say? This
track 2.
Oh, yeah. When the evening sun goes down, I couldn't remember which one we had. There you go. Join us again tomorrow. It really is going to be... It's going to be Pants Across Australia. I'm going to be pecked by a live chicken, and I'm going to give away all my clothes.
Ross and Terry joining you again tomorrow from 12. Miff is up next, straight after the news.
Bring her a chicken. She'll love it.
We'll see you later.
Triple J. 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 Triple J.